Hello, everyone, and welcome to the post-game press conference for Game 9. The game was a draw after 54 moves. The kind of excellent chess you see at the very highest level. It feels like the players are fully settled into what has been an incredible battle. My first question will be for you, and sorry, as a reminder to the press, you can ask your questions, line up at the microphone and ask your questions. Please restrict your questions to just one, and we'll see whether or not we can get you to go around a second time if we have time. My question is for the challenger. It was a terrific fight in terms of the kind of precision we see at the highest level. What is your feeling, overall impression of the game itself as you came in and what actually transpired?
Yeah, I think it was just a very, very precise game from both sides. Maybe I had some edge after bishop a5, and maybe this queen b5 was a bit too fast. Yeah, I mean the next few moves. Take bishop f3, rook a6. Yeah, maybe here instead of queen b5 I can do something like e3 or knight e5, but okay, it should be a small edge, I guess. But I thought this queen b5 was actually working concretely, but I think rook a2, knight b6, queen a7, and then rook b8 was very precise.
And then after that?
Yeah, I mean after that, okay, I guess I didn't play precisely, but okay, I mean it should just be a draw.
Question to you, same question to you, your overall impressions of the game.
I thought I was under pressure out of the opening. I know this line was played by Giri, and he always has some ideas in the opening. But I just forgot it, which was the line I checked. I think I played normal and c5, I think it must be played, otherwise he has c5 and structured very dangerous for black. But after that, I think white is slightly better. Here he can also take with the pawn. I can take here. Yes, and just slightly better for white. This came as a surprise. I have many moves, rook b8, queen b6. Rook b8, I don't like queen a1. And my queen doesn't have a good square. Or maybe my attacking play can compensation for that. Also, if I close queen b6, I'm worried about knight b3 and bishop a5 in the air. Yeah, this line I calculate, but I don't know if it work or not. I take the bishop, and if a4 here, I have queen b4. Maybe queen b6. Maybe this line working for white, for black. Maybe this is also playable. If we go here, I can go here. Maybe this is more safer way. And here, after the game, my second told me that I can actually take here. And this was what I missed when I played knight b6. And here I calculate bishop f8, knight d5, king f8, but not knight d7. Would stay in the game, and black is not worse at all. I think both, in general, it was a high quality game. Yeah.
I definitely had that impression for everyone watching. 9 rounds. I mean, 9 games have passed now. There's only 5 left. What's your assessment of the games going forward? Tied match. Maybe even a lot of people didn't expect it, especially after the beginning of the first 3 games, fireworks. It seems like you two have kind of measured each other and are fighting like heavyweight fighters at the moment, punch for punch.
And that means we are at the same strengths. No one will clear better at this match, so it's going to be tough to win.
Same to you? 9 games in, your first World Championship, and toe-to-toe with the world champion. Still, though, 5/10 games left.
Yeah, so far it's been a very interesting match. A few missed chances for me, a few missed chances for him. So overall, it's been we've both shown fighting spirit and some entertaining chess, and 5 more exciting games to go.
All right, I'll open the floor to the press. First question, please.
My question is to Gukesh. Abhidaya from Chessbase India. My question is to Gukesh. When Ding played the move rook to a6, you played queen to b5. Did you consider playing knight to e5 or something instead?
Yeah, knight e5 and e3 both I considered, but it should give a small edge, I think. Yeah, knight e5. I thought he can go bishop f8. Yeah, something like this. I thought it's like a small edge. I should have done this, I think, or e3. But when I played queen b5, I had just missed this idea that he can go queen a7 and rook b8. And there were like a lot of tricks in the position, but somehow it's just working concretely for black. Maybe knight e5 was the right way to go, but it anyway should be equal with precise play.
Another non-chess related question. We have seen you carry the hoodie, but you never wear it. But is there any reason behind that? Or
I mean, I keep it in the players' lounge. I guess it's. I mean, sometimes, for example, in the candidates in Toronto, first round I was basically shivering and I didn't take my jacket. So I just take my jacket whenever, like, going to the game, just in case if the hall is too cold. Yeah, but here it's fine. But anyways, it's just sitting happily in the lounge.
just a small follow-up to Ding. This is your 6th draw in a row. Have you thought about if the match goes into tie breaks? Do you think who is the favorite in tie breaks?
The draw could be broken at any point. The draw streak could be broken at any point. So it's still too early to think about the tiebreak.
Thanks. As a reminder, please restrict your questions to just one question. It's a very long line.
வாசுதேவன் தரன்சியா மற்றும் ட்ரினிட்டி மிரர் குகேஷ் அவர்களுக்கு அந்த ஏட்டு பானை கொடுக்கும்போது உங்கள் மனநிலை எப்படி இருந்தது? கொஞ்சம் ஒரு ஃப்ரீ பானை கொடுத்துட்டு இனிஷியேட்டிவ் எடுக்கிற மாதிரியான பொசிஷனில் போனீங்களா? எப்படி போனீங்க அது?
நான் A2 pawn அடித்தா B6 C5 ரெண்டுமே போகுதுன்னு நினச்சேன். பட் ஓகே, ஐ மீன் B6 C5 ரெண்டுமே அடித்தா ஐம் ஜஸ்ட் அ pawn up with a very very pleasant advantage. ஸோ அதனால தான் நான் அங்கே போனேன். பட் இட் வாஸ் பேஸ்ட் ஆன் லைக் நான் குயின் a7 rook b8 மிஸ் பண்ணதுனால தான் அங்கே போனேன். இல்லைன்னா நான் குயின் a7 rook b8 பார்த்துருந்தேன்னா நான் E3 இல்லை knight e5 ஆடி அந்த பொசிஷனை மெயின்டைன் பண்ணியிருப்பேன். பட் அது எனிவேஸ் ஒரு ரொம்ப சின்ன எட்ஜாக தான் இருந்திருக்கும்.
அதே மாதிரி எல்லா ரவுண்டுமே ஒயிட்டில் வந்து உங்கள் டீம் வந்து ஒரு நல்ல ஒரு ப்ளஸ்ஸோ ஒரு இனிஷியேட்டிவ் எடுத்த மாதிரி இருந்தது. இந்த ரவுண்டு கொஞ்சம் ஒயிட்டில் அவர் சுலபமாக ஈக்குவலைஸ் பண்ண மாதிரி தோணுச்சு. அதை பற்றி
லைக் ஜென்ரலாகவே செஸ்ஸில் 2 பேரும் கரெக்டாக ஆடினா பொசிஷன் ஈக்குவல் தான். ஸோ நாங்கள் இன்றைக்கும் நல்ல ப்ரிப்ரேஷன் தான் நினைக்கிறேன். கொஞ்சம் டீப்பாக தான் ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணியிருந்தோம். பட் என்னோட ஒப்போனண்ட் ப்ரிசைஸாக ஆடினார். ஸோ த பொசிஷன் வாஸ் ஈக்குவல்.
So the first question was how he missed about giving the pawn on A2, but he said that he just about missed a little bit of a calculation whereby he could have got back the 2 pawns, but he couldn't get it back. And the next one was in all the whites, so far his team kind of got the upper hand a little early, but somehow he couldn't get it today, for which he said that when both the players play correctly, sometimes it ends in a draw.
Thank you. There are a dozen more reporters online right now, so may I remind you to restrict your questions to just one question. Thank you.
Asking on behalf of your fans on FIDE social media, this time from follower Stephen Porter, for you both. Is there any difference psychologically going into the last 5 games after already having played 9 hard-fought ones?
I think it's still the same, the approach. I mean, yeah, we just go there and try to play good chess. I think in the last few games I have managed to play very good chess, and for me, the main thing will be to just go there with the same energy, play the same level of chess I'm playing, and slightly improve on some critical moments. But yeah, as it gets closer and closer, it's it's only more exciting.
In general, the strategy is the same as the first game because it's not in the must-win game like last round. So it's the same. But the ideas are getting less and less because we have tried a lot. Yeah, that's maybe the main difference.
My name is Atreo. I work for a website called Rev Sports. My question is for Gukesh. Gukesh, in the last 5 rounds, your opponent will have white pieces in 3. Does it, make things a little disconcerting, or does it, make you, preparations in a different?
Nowadays, I think I said this before, nowadays there's not much difference between white and black. I mean, it's because of the computers, pretty much all the lines that were considered dubious now is able to, with black, computers make them work. So now it's just equal game with both colors. So I wouldn't say it's a huge advantage, but before this game I had 3 whites, he had 3 whites, and now after this one draw it doesn't change much really.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Nemo on behalf of the Singaporean Chess Federation. We have seen that Gukesh has declined a repetition twice in this match so far. It has been discussed that in a position where one player repeats the position and the other declines it, the player declining the repetition is putting some kind of psychological pressure on the other, potentially. So for Ding, when Gukesh declined the 3 full repetitions, what were you thinking, and were you expecting him to take the draw in either of the positions?
Today, there are no 3 full repetition or occur on the board. So for yesterday, yes, I was quite not so surprised because I also saw he can decline by check and go back, and I just play the moves, which seems very good to me, and I just did not evaluate. I just play.
Fair enough, thank you. And same question for Gukesh. What are your thoughts about declining repetition, and do you think the statement is true at the highest level? You're trying to potentially put some pressure on Ding.
No, yesterday it was basically that I didn't realize my position was worse, like I said. But it's more to just keep the game going. Yesterday, and also the game, this major piece ending where I declined the draw, it was mostly because I didn't think I was in serious danger. I just thought I'll play a few more moves to see how the game goes. At this level, I don't think people get affected by avoiding 3 full repetitions. We are both very experienced, and I think that stuff doesn't really affect anyone.
Fair enough. Thank you both very much.
Harish from Malayalam Manorama. My question is for Gukesh. There has been quite some discussion going on the sidelines about your pawn moves, especially some G4 moves in the initial games, and in the last couple of games about some B4 moves as well. Some attributed to some Gajewski's effect. So you also played a move before today on the 13th move. Was that part of your preparation today?
Okay. Yeah, yesterday, I mean, the last white game also I played before. Yeah. No, today's before, I think, like, I don't know if I saw this position or I couldn't remember the exact details, but I saw something very similar, but yeah, I couldn't recall exactly during the game. So I was just, I think before idea, I kind of saw in this position or something very similar. So it was not exact preparation, but I was aware of this idea.
Hello, Abhinav from US Chess. I have a question for the world champion. Early on, you were dealing with this age-old question in the Catalan or Queen's Indian, bishop b7 or bishop a6, both of which were considered very, very close to equal by Sese, Leela, all the top engines. Can you give us a little bit of insight into why you ended up choosing bishop b7 over bishop a6?
e6, maybe it's also playable if knight d2, I can take the pawn here. Yes. Knight e5, I can simply go rook c8. And maybe it's also a move. I didn't calculate seriously.
Thank you.
Hello, Maria from Kick Photo Chess. I have an elite translator with me today, the chief arbiter, the main organizer, Kevin. The question for both players, but first will be addressed to Liren. We are all having a lot of fun watching the games and watching your interaction with your teams, but we would like to know a little bit more into your routine, especially going into rest day. How does your team keep your spirit up, keep your mood up? Can you tell us a little bit how you interact with your team? What do you do together outside of chess preparation? Translate, please.
As you can see, we are working on a budget here. 丽人他的问题就是说，你有2个教练在这嘛，然后你的准备的时候呢，他们怎么样逗你开心啊？然后你的活动，在哪一个方面最有趣？然后就是让你的心情比较好一点。谢谢。
比赛前我们会打球，运动，然后在这里，更多的还是一起吃饭吧。然后每次休息天都会一起吃饭，然后，对，然后，大概就这样。
Ding says that basically lots of sports, lots of games, and having meals together.
Thank you. And the same question to Gukesh, if you can tell us a little more.
Yeah, I'm here with Gayu. I mean, in general, apart from the chess work, he helps, keeping me entertained. He cracks a lot of jokes and stuff. And yeah, I guess whenever on the rest days we try to play some sports and talk about some other stuff. And yeah, since we worked for a long time already, we are quite close, and it's it's like also talking with a friend.
Hello, Matthew Griffin, the Saturday paper, Australia. During this match, you've got several high-level former World Championship players making comment and analysing the games online. I was just wondering if you ever tempted to look at any of that analysis, and if not, how difficult it is to stay isolated from the distraction of social media during the match.
Is that for both players?
Oh, yes, sorry, for both players.
Sure.
Yeah, in general, during tournaments, I don't really follow any kind of social media. I mean, if there is something important that I need to know, obviously my team will tell me. But I myself don't go on the internet and look at things. In general, it's also not that tough for me because I'm quite used to not being in social media too much.
I think there's no need to block social media during the match, so sometimes I also follow it on the internet. Sometimes it's a way to release the stress after the game.
I'm Ajit Kumar from the...
Closer to the mic, please.
Hi, I'm Ajit Kumar from the Hindu newspaper. My question is to Gukesh. Gukesh, you might have noticed that in the new FIDE rating list, Arjun Erigesi has crossed, your teammate at the Olympiad has crossed 2,800. How important do you think that's for Indian chess in all of you are breaking into the top 10 together?
Yeah. Yeah, first of all, congrats to Arjun. I mean, I guess he crossed live before and then he crossed the official rating. But yeah, I mean, it's fully deserved, and he's the second Indian after Vishay sir to cross 2,800. So it's a very very important achievement, and it just motivates the others to work even harder, and yeah, we all compete against each other. We all have good relations with each other. So yeah, it's I'm also happy for him, but also it's a nice motivating factor.
Hi, I'm Kyla, representing the local organizing committee, and my question goes to world champion Ding Liren. You mentioned that you don't mind browsing the web and going online during the match, but there have been online commentators and netizens and even top players sharing very strong opinions about the match and about both players' performances. Do you see those comments? And if so, do they affect you, or how do you prevent them from affecting you?
Yeah, I saw that I'm always underestimated my position, and my opponent always overestimated it. I also saw someone said I always made draw even if I'm better, but this doesn't affect me, I think.
Okay.
These are just telling them truth.
Okay, thank you very much.
Hi, I am Prashant on behalf of Dopamine Media and Chessbase India, and my question is for Gukesh. Gukesh, this contest between you and Ding seems like, up till now, seems like a perfect demonstration of the Batman quote, which is, this is what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object. So after 9 games, what do you feel like? The one forcing or the one resisting?
I guess in few games it was the one I was the one fighting for a draw. Some games, especially in the last few games, I was the one pushing really hard. I mean, the last 2 games I had like winning chances. So I guess it's been a bit up and down, but overall especially in the last few games, I think I'm playing pretty well, and yeah, just hope to continuing playing good games, and hopefully at some point, I mean, when I do the right things, I believe that the results will come. So yeah, just continue. I'll just try to continue doing the right things.
Thank you.
I'm Mike Klein with chess.com, and I have a question for Grandmaster Gukesh. This is a question that comes up nearly every year, but hasn't been asked this year. And it being your first World Championship, I'll address it to you. There's talk sometimes of having the rapid tiebreak take place before round 1. And this gives the public two benefits. Number 1, they get to see rapid. And number 2, they get to know, in case of a tie, who wins. Basically, you play the tiebreak first. Would you be in favor of such a schedule change? And could you see how this would create more excitement for fans?
It's a very interesting idea. I never heard about this before, but But yeah, it's I don't know. I don't really have any opinion. But I remember like a few years back, like before they had tie breaks, they had like the challenger has to score +1, yeah,
Right.
to win the title. So I guess the tie break would be kind of similar because whoever wins the tie break can just like make all draws. So it's try to make all draws. So I think nowadays it makes sense to have it after classical because like if a player has to score +1, it really puts a lot of pressure on him. So yeah, I think it doesn't make too much sense.
Got it. Thank you.
Michael Rahal from FIDE Media. My question is for Ding Liren. So, Ding, yesterday you said that you wouldn't be playing the Blitz and Rapid at the end of the year. Most of the top players are playing. There's quite a few very strong Chinese grandmasters playing. Gukesh is playing. You're a very good Blitz and Rapid player. The last time you played it was 2017 in Saudi Arabia. I think many of us are really surprised that being such a strong player as you are, also being world champion, you've missed this tournament 7 years running. Could you explain to us, if possible, the reasons why you're skipping this such an important event every year?
Yeah, before I think I didn't take this as seriously as the Classical World Championship. And this year the reason is that I'm taking a lesson from last year because last year I played in Romania immediately after World Championship match and in a very tired situation. So this year I want to have some rest after this tense match.
Are you planning to play in the future, in future years? Is it a tournament you'd like to participate in?
Yeah, I cannot say never.
And one last question for both of you. I've picked the most popular question from our FIDE Twitter feed from Moons Zawal. If you both had one opportunity during the game, during today's game, one opportunity to sneak at the evaluation bar and the engine, which would be your moment to check the engine? At what move during today's game? First Gukesh and then Ding Liren. One opportunity.
I wouldn't want to cheat at any point.
The champion?
Well, for today, I didn't have any chance, so maybe I will use it for the future.
With that, we will end tonight's press conference. We have a rest day tomorrow, and we will come back on Saturday for game number 10. Everyone, have a great night.